I go to the University of Florida, and this is my final independent project. It is about sustainability. The title of my paper is Knowing How to Protect and Utilize Our Natural Resources. This image here evaluates how the fact that if you have color, it comes from our natural environment. This I put paintbrushes as if I'm actually applying paint with these organic objects because the color does come from the environment. So pigment basically is mixed from different things, from like sediment, let's see, sand, all sorts of different things. So I basically tried to find the thing that I felt was most representative of the primary colors and the secondary colors. And then there's some tertiary in here as well. Um, Basically, what I was trying to go for is that we're constantly um, deforesting, I guess, um, our environment. And when you look at these paintbrushes, they look as though they look like bulldozers and gonna bulldoze over everything. Um, and even down to like the red strawberries here at the right, it kind of looks like blood, I guess, which is also a natural thing. And we're killing off our plants and animals, and we're gonna slowly die soon if we don't do something about it. My paper and my whole project, I'm going to go through this step by step and let you know after I read it. Exploring our behaviors towards the environment. How do we impact the environment? Ask the experts. How do you find the experts? Understanding value. How do we know what value is placed upon the environment? Examining the environment in lessons. How should an educator choose lessons for examining the environment? Okay, one, exploring our behaviors. How do we impact the environment? Well, one, we impact it with everything we do. It doesn't matter if we take a shower, if we eat, whatever. Everything that we do is based on living inside of our natural environment. Um, Today in an era, we don't understand the whole logistics about our environment because we are spoon fed a bunch of things in our advertisements saying, hey, come buy this. And even down to the things that we think are natural items, they really aren't. People are just trying to get you to buy them and not expect you to question them. This is why we need to talk to our local experts and find things that are naturally grown inside our state and not brought from another place, which is very hard to find anymore. But you should probably support your local businesses, and most of them, like the small businesses, will have, fresh grown stuff, food markets, and stuff like that. Those are the only things that you can really consider organic, I guess. If you don't want to go to that extreme, you can just try to change certain things that you do. For instance, how much energy you use, um, how much stuff you threw out in a day in the trash can, or picking up on the beach. For instance, I have a artist slash educator on here that you'll see later that actually goes around and picks stuff up off the beach and tries to get students to do the same thing. And I'll let you know a little bit more about that in a little bit. Understanding value. Value is placed on the environment based off of different people or locations. Depending upon what expert you speak to, they're going to say one thing and another person's going to say another. An artist could say that they support the environment, but really technically don't. by just the way that they behave outside their art and stuff like that. You can have a scientist that is supporting the environment, but then create things that are completely destroying the environment. Like, for instance, um, some of the things here, her name is Posy. She goes on the beach and she collects trash that comes up and washes off into the shore and stuff. And she asks students, why do these objects end up there? Why is a toothbrush on the beach? Why is a glass plate there broken in shambles? They get to pick through the stuff and figure it out and hold it firsthand and realize what our impact is on these animals and the ocean and the food we eat. I also have another artist here that I looked into. Her name is Alriki Arnold. She collects sediment and rocks and studies the area that she goes to. And she only uses natural objects that originated from those that specific environments. Um, Similar to her, land artists do the same thing. I couldn't really find a very good piece that I wanted to put on here that represented land art for me. But most land artists have completely reworked the idea of what is considered art. Um, the idea of destruction and not being permanent anymore has gone out the window with environmental art. They think that the product is worth more than them, the environment, basically. They use pieces from the actual environment, and some even go to extremes of just using their spit for glue, um, all natural objects, so that it deteriorates over time and shows you what our impact is on the environment and breaking it down. Basically, I don't have as many questions as I would like, but my major one is do I have or major one do I have is how do we work with established educational boundaries? And my other one is major problem I have is that sometimes I'm conflicted on my own viewpoints. How do I keep it from being so biased and constantly changing for students so I don't confuse them all the time? I don't really have the answers for these two questions. I think they're more of an open type question instead of a drive home exact question or exact answer to them. But you can feel free to answer them if you'd like to for me. And here's my website. I'm just going to click on it here so you can see it.